Right now, my peers are applying to ERAS. They're going to do all these things that I should have been doing. Hello, my loves. Good morning. It is a beautiful day to be single, to be broke. I have no man, I have no money. But it's okay because I have a plan, God's plan. Amen. Okay, y'all, so this is not how I planned the monthly med diary to open up. I severely overestimated my ability to vlog and record myself post event that I went to this networking event at the Carolina Panthers. Honestly, let me stop calling it a networking event, y'all. I went to a party at the Bank of America Stadium because not a single professional contact was made. It was nothing but people telling me that I look good, eating food and drinking. I did, however, connect with a lot of very cool black women. I love that. I love to connect with my fellow sisters. Yeah, it just, let me just back up and just do this vlog in buckets. I'm gonna start with just the professional life, work life updates, since technically, again, that's what I thought the event was, and I just feel like that makes more sense. I'm gonna insert the vlog clips of me at the event, so that way you can skip around if you don't care. If you only care about me when I'm in a white coat, I understand. But I'm gonna put those in here. Then I'm gonna update y'all about this love life that just crashed and burned, and just personal updates, period. We're gonna approach the vlog like that. But after I get up and get dressed, give me a second. Okay, and I'm back. All right, let's talk shop, specifically work and school. If you guys are not familiar with my platform, then I have been on a leave of absence. Well, I had been on a leave of absence from medical school for like a year, and now I am enrolled in a research elective in order to be eligible as a student part-time to get my aid back, to get my insurance back, etc. So I've been doing that since the end of July. So only like a month, it's September now. So 2 months. And I have been in the process of working on different research projects. I actually have one that will be submitted to a journal. It's actually already submitted to a journal, the Journal of Athletic Training, that I have been working on with my mentor since last summer. Because y'all, research projects take a minute. Please, 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 please. If you are looking into getting into an academic space like medicine and you're not sure where to start with research, just start somewhere, because the process takes a long time to go from the actual study, data collection, analysis to paper. It can literally take a whole year, like I said. Thankfully though, I have this paper that will be submitted and I will be the first author on that paper. I'm counting it as a first authorship because the first author is technically my mentor, who is a full-fledged MD. I am the first student author, and a lot of times residencies will accept that as a first authorship because there really aren't that many papers that allow you to submit as a student, and they know that. So the fact that my name is the second name on the paper, 10 out of 10 out of 10. And then I'll have another paper that I will be the first student author on, also coming out at the end of this year. It's on plantar fasciitis and some other pain outcomes. I'm very interested in scores and assessments and just looking at the validity of different screening tools, different screening assessments as it comes and as it pertains to athlete populations in particular, as a former athlete. And so I've been very fortunate to be immersed in studies and topics that mean something to me and that are important to me and that I can contribute to meaningfully. So I am not wasting my time in this down period away from the curriculum. I truly am maximizing on it, y'all. I've also been in a lot of leadership roles. I am currently the head liaison for one of the special interest groups, because why the hell did y'all let me get on here and say student interest group? Why did y'all let me get on here and say SIG equals student interest group and it's special? I'm still running that, or rather not running it, but the co-president to that. And that's been really good. We had our first event last week or so. Not that many people came, but it was still done. And I'm in the process now of getting together our September events, meeting with my executive board, and also meeting with external partners, collaborating externally, making sure that we get some type of funding, making sure that we get some type of recognition, and just all of these things that I'm able to do and truly just remind myself that I I am more than my white coat. I did not come into medicine just to practice medicine. I really want to maximize and expand upon my title and my status. And that includes while I'm in school, right? If I'm going to be an MD candidate, an MD student, I want that to open so many doors for me and walk through them in confidence. And I truly feel like I'm doing that. And it feels good because y'all, if y'all been with me, you know that I've been down and out. I've been crying. I've been sad. I've been losing weight and stressing out and feeling like a loser. I even posted a video saying I feel like a failure, and I meant that. I felt so badly about myself, feeling like I was just not living up to the purpose and expectations that, one, I know that I have and can achieve, and two, that I genuinely felt were placed in my life. I felt like such a disappointment. So to have a complete 180 in my attitude and actually take the time to acknowledge carefully that no, I really am doing a lot. I'm doing a lot and I'm doing it well. And I'm carrying even these negatives. I'm carrying them very well. I know for a fact that I'm still gonna have these waves of disappointment. The fact that right now my peers are applying to ERAS. They're getting ready for residency applications. They're going to be doing interviews and rotating at aways, and they're going to do all these things that I should have been doing. I was supposed to graduate in a couple of months. I was supposed to graduate in 2026. And the fact that that's not happening now, that's been severely delayed, that is still going to weigh on me. That is still going to sting. But God damn it, I am going to make the most out of this transition period. I'm going to make the most out of this time that I am away. And I've been doing that, and I'm happy about it. That is the update in terms of the academics. Actually, another update. I have been trying my best, y'all, to keep up with my studies. I've been trying to make sure that I have some type of knowledge base as it pertains to actual academics, because doing research is one thing. Yes, it keeps me aware and up to date about the happenings of the medical world, but it doesn't actually allow me to study and train my brain. So I restarted my Anki subscription. If y'all didn't know, it's $6 a month. I am kind of annoyed by that. I do understand that somebody has to upkeep that large database, and you got to pay them, because I'm sure that it's a headache keeping up with that algorithm since it is based on spaced repetition. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about no coding. I'm sure you got to pay somebody. So I get it. But I initially stopped paying for it because I just wasn't using Anki as a platform. But now I'm back in order to just have some low effort, low energy type of studying going, to where I am consistently seeing something as it relates to clinical practice, clinical care. And that's been going well. I've been doing about like 50 cards a day or so, nothing crazy. I feel like it's important because I really don't want to go into 2026 having totally reset. I don't want the material to be foreign as I want to be like, okay, yeah, I remember this, I remember that. And the user or loser phenomenon is very, very real. I've been keeping up with my cards. I'm actually planning to go hard come 2026, starting directly in January. I have a whole study plan that I've mapped out. I have a whole bunch of outlines that I plan to fill out, so that way come March, I'm ready to go. I have even told my mentors, hey y'all, I'm about to come with y'all to the clinic starting in 2026. I'm trying to go to the sideline games. I want to make sure that all of these skills are resharpened before I hit the ground running with clinicals. And so that's just another area that I'm pretty proud of myself, that I have taken the time to really just approach this with confidence, approach this with clarity. So that's the end of the school aspect. Now the work aspect. Bruh. The work aspect has been rough. Please, if y'all have been in this job market and you're not hearing back from employers, it is not you. It is the market. The market is bad. I don't know who is outside telling people, oh yeah, there's jobs available. What jobs? Maybe at the stores, at the Lululemons for $16 an hour. But for people with a degree, for people with a full-time education, the market is slim. The market is unavailable. The market is not on the market. I am so sick about it. Like, I applied to this one job, y'all, in July 9th in particular. I have yet to hear back from these people. I've yet to hear back. Granted, it was a job with the federal government, and I understand though that in a larger context, it's because a lot of the political and just overall government shifts that have been happening. It sucks. It does. It sucks how much this is affecting the day-to-day person. As much as people like to pretend like these things are far above their head, no, they're not. They're right here at our doorstep. And it has been terrifying for me, to say the least, to feel like, dang, I still don't have a job. I'm still not hearing back from employers. And actually, I've been hearing more so denials. I haven't gotten any interviews for real other than that one. So the fact that instead I've been getting denial emails, it has been making me a bit anxious. I've been casting a very wide net as well. I've been applying to all kinds of research positions, types of clinical positions, and it just sucks thinking that I'm gonna have no choice but to work something that's totally unrelated to my degree programming in order to just get some money. I've even been thinking about having to DoorDash on the weekends again, just to have a little bit of change in my pocket. Thank God I have been able to reassess and reevaluate the finances that I do currently have, and I'm able to cover my expenses for this month. That's a blessing. Amen. Hallelujah. And then next month, as long as I can cover my rent, I'll be good. Because if you guys didn't know, I'm not suggesting this. This is not financial advice. I am an MD student. I am not anybody's business advisor. I did not know that you could miss your credit card payments up to like 30 days without it being reported to the credit bureau. The only downside though is that these credit card companies start to feel like you're risky business. You know, they start to feel like you're unreliable. So a lot of my credit limits have shrunken. They have snatched a lot of their money back, and I can't blame them because again, if I'm constantly missing payments, I get that they're like, yeah, you're not a trustworthy lender. Trustworthy lender, a trustworthy borrower. So borrower. Oh, why can I not pronounce certain words? Is it the Baltimore? Borrower, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So I understand that they're like, yeah, no, because you keep missing these payments, we cannot trust you. So therefore, we're going to have to reduce the credit limit, which then puts a squeeze on my ability to fund my life right now, because I don't have a job. So it's very circular, and it can be very stressful. It can be very stressful. It can be very draining, but ultimately I've been trying to just remain positive that I'm going to find a job before October is out. You know, I would have preferred to have one already. I would have preferred to have one by now, but I can't control that. The only thing that I can do is keep applying. My goal is to have submitted at least 200 applications by the time the second week of September rolls around. I'm keeping my head up about it. It just sucks. I've even considered making like a GoFundMe at one point, but then I didn't want to get on here begging. I didn't want to get on here making it seem like, oh, please help me, knowing good and well that a majority of my supporters, y'all are also students, or you're people who are looking into academia, which is a lot of money, right? It takes a lot of money to apply to be in the medical space. I have been looking more at tutoring. I've been looking more at doing application reviews, but even that kind of rubs me the wrong way because I'm not an expert, right? I don't have like a degree in creative writing. I don't have a degree in education. So I feel kind of weird being like, yeah, give me $50 to review your personal statement. And if those of you who have been familiar with my channel, you've been familiar with my platform, y'all will know that I've been doing these things for free. I try my best to be an active community resource because I understand that having the access to do these things, to have these, persons available to you, it's not always easy. It's not easy to come by. And so I feel like it kind of goes against my principles to tax it. It goes against my principles to put a price tag on that. I feel like because of that, my options are kind of limited in terms of being able to use my skill set directly. And that's just something that I'm going to have to be okay with. I'm going to have to figure something out, and it's okay because we're believing for it. We're believing and we're hoping for it. Now that we're going to shift out of the shop talk, out of talking about work and school and getting more into the personal, y'all, I need some water. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to come back again. Okay, y'all, I had to come and get something to eat because my stomach was eating my back. Just felt like this would be perfect so we can just like eat and yap together about my personal life, and I can overshare because y'all, my love life in particular is in shambles. Let me not say my whole personal life. My friendships are doing great. My love life, abysmal. Okay, so do y'all remember Basketball Boy? We're gonna call him Wizard Kelly for the sake of this vlog. Wizard Kelly started acting real Hollywood on me out of nowhere. I'm talking, we're texting, hee ha ha, and joking around with each other, and this man snapped on me over a joke. I had said, oh, don't make promises that you can't keep, because I wasn't really hearing from him, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, and I was like, don't make promises that you can't keep. Not to be rude, but literally just like, it's okay. You don't have to over promise and under deliver. It's not that serious. I know that you're away doing your job. I know that you're away doing what you need to do. It's not that deep. But I guess he took it serious. Bruh, he sent me like a 2-minute A 2-minute voice text, just real stern, putting his foot down like, oh, it's not like I can control my schedule. I'm here doing what needs to be done. And I was like, oh my God, like, calm down, take deep breath. And I knew that he was being serious, because why did he followed up the voice note with the text being like, and if you have a problem with my off-season schedule, you can tell me now and we can just stop talking. And so I just feel like the dynamic never recovered after that. Like, after he sent that voice note and text, we literally had a whole back and forth, y'all. I'm sending this man books. I'm sending this man paragraphs. I want to take a pause here to reflect and have some accountability, because my friend brought up a really good point. He was like, girl, you are neurodivergent, because he is as well. He was like, as neurodivergent people, we're probably annoying. He was like, we are probably annoying because the way that we view things, the things that we think are normal, a neurotypical person would disagree. They are uncomfortable. They are overwhelmed. And I can acknowledge that, because I literally talk a mile a minute. I can talk about 3,000 different topics all at once. I can multitask like crazy. I look like a Energizer bunny. I am constantly bouncing off the walls. I'm constantly doing stuff, which is honestly why I think I gravitate towards specialties. I gravitate towards fields like medicine that allow me to just have my full self-expression, right? I can really dive into medicine and do a bunch of things and be everywhere all at once. And so I have to realize that I have to be able to channel that energy better in something like a relationship, because I don't necessarily always have the space to express myself and exist in full the way that I would in other places, because I have to be considerate of the other person. I literally cannot occupy the space in the same way, because I have to make room for them. I can see how getting a flood of text messages is probably like, what the hell, to a person that you're just getting to know. And I don't know, but I tried to preface, because one thing about it, I have self-awareness. I have very high self-awareness. So I understand that it can look like I'm coming off very strong, that it can look like I'm being very intense. And so I always say like, oh, like, I just hope you know, I'm just explaining, I'm just, whatever. But I understand that I can't control how people receive that. I can't control that somebody might look at these long blocks of text, that they might feel that me talking 3 hours plus at a time is annoying, is exhausting. So I'm not like mad at him per se that he distanced himself, but I am disappointed with the way that he did it. It was just like, no more conversations, not really responding to me. He stopped engaging with me on social media. I cannot stand when people deflect to a point of just not owning their like, bruh, if you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to me. If you want to distance yourself, you want to distance yourself. But be honest about that. And the fact that he couldn't, that's done. Like, I can't even be cool with that man. And then the other prospects on the roster also dumped. Not interested. I'm okay. I'm not mad. Like, I am actually pretty happy that I am entering this season of singlehood and truly enjoying my time, which is why I said my personal life is not a mess, because my friendships are so robust, y'all. The fact that my friend invited me to a brand event, right? I went to go to NASCAR. That was wonderful.
How are you feeling so far? Hot. That's all I care about right now. I'm over here fangirling. I'm like, oh my God, we're in the paddock. We're seeing the big crew. All I can think about is how sweaty my toes are. I am hungry though. I can eat.
I just was out here in Charlotte and I met like a whole bunch of black women, like I was telling y'all, and you'll see in the clips if you decide to stay that long.
You know, you mean business when you take your shoes off.
And in general, I have been enjoying my life. I'm happy. Like, I am finally at that point where I can walk outside, wake up, and just be grateful, be happy, joyful. And it's been a minute. Like, if y'all have been with me in this journey since being away from my curriculum, y'all will know that this has not been easy for me. And so I'm just so happy that I'm finally at a place of stability. I am fully coming into myself in all versions. Content creator Z, leadership Z, med student Z. Like, I finally feel like all of these sides of myself are aligning and they're in synergy. And I'm happy about it. I don't know. This might be the happiest monthly med diary that I have posted in a very long time. and I'm about to like tear up thinking about it. I pride myself on being a happy-go-lucky person. I literally just put this on Instagram. I pride myself on being a happy-go-lucky, outgoing, expressive, adventurous, spirited, kind person. I do. I just love that I am diving deeper and deeper and deeper into that truth, and it is just exuding off of me at this point. And I hope that that continues, right? Again, I know that there will be low points. I know that I'll still have waves of sadness, waves of frustration, waves of loneliness, right? Like as I'm in my singleness, I know that I will. I know that it's going to hit different on my 28th birthday, and I thought that I would be married by now. I know that these things are going to get to me, but I feel more sure, more confident that I can handle it. Like I can handle it and handle it with grace. Somebody that I actually have been not looking up to, but that I have found kinship with, a sense of kinship with, is Tracee Ellis Ross. If y'all haven't watched her Roku documentary or a mini series, it's called Solo Traveling. I think that she perfectly embodies the peace that I'm talking about, the peace that comes with just living in your authentic truth, your authentic self, showing up exactly as you are and enjoying all aspects, even if it's not everything that you wanted, right? Like she talks about being single. She talks about, you know, how the fact that she's so much older, because I think she's in her 50s, and she talks about how people look at her as the poster child of singlehood, the poster child of being child free. And I just feel like I loved that. I loved her take, her perspective on owning her own branding, her own imaging, and saying, no, I am Tracee Ellis Ross. I'm a woman that has a lot of character, a lot of things that are interesting about her. And the least interesting thing about me is the fact that I'm single without kids. That's just a part of me. That's not all of me. And I really like that, because I feel as though that's just where I'm at right now, right? I may be 27. I may be in medical school, not in the curriculum right now. I may be struggling to look for a job. That bank account may be at $0, but that's okay. These are all just a part of the process, and ultimately are just going to shape me up to be the person that I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to become. Like I get to exist as her every single day, exist in that pursuit every single day, and I feel good about it. So I think that that's really it for this monthly med diary. And the next time that I check in with y'all, it will probably be more academic related, right? I'm probably going to show y'all more closely what it is like to have leadership positions in medicine, my research, right? I'm going to dive deeper into that side of things, as well as just keeping y'all up to date about my job hunt. I might go to another cafe just like this and just like look for some jobs and talk to y'all about how that's going, give y'all those little micro updates. I talk to y'all about going live more often, right? Going live just because I don't mind doing that, but somebody said that the audio quality on my last live was bad, and I think it's because the mic that I usually use, it will pick up external sounds if I'm not talking. So somebody got onto my live and thought, oh, your mic must not be working, because it literally sounded like I was underwater. I'll probably insert a clip so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Bruh, you can't even hear me clap right there and then listen to the music in the background. So I don't know, if I do go live at random, I would hope that you guys would come on so that I have a reason to talk. It's kind of weird talking to myself. It's not the same thing as this, but I might try to go live on other platforms, maybe like TikTok or something. I don't know. Let me know down below how you guys would like me to engage with y'all more often, because I do feel like the weekly uploads, it's not enough. I be missing y'all. I miss y'all. I be wanting to talk to y'all. So, all right, I'm gonna be quiet now because I need to eat. I need to finish eating, and I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna edit a whole bunch of other content that I've gotten. Thank y'all so much for just being a part of my journey. My platform would not be what it is without y'all.
My hair is so shrunken. You would think that I have no inches, bro.
I keep having nip slips. Like, bruh, I'm getting slight anxiety right now.
Y'all, so the ticket does not tell me how to get into the event. So I'm literally just like walking around. I'm about to take my shoes off in a second. To the left. Oh my God, my hair. I'm getting here. I gotta fix my hair. And I'm gonna have 10 drinks. 10! Back to back to back to back.
How's it going? We're chilling. How about you? I heard you guys got a pop.
You needed someone to tell us.
Yeah. My content. Oh, girl, you good. Ain't no problem. I like that. Okay. What you want to say to my camera?
Time to go. It's hard.
You hard.